What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to the channel. So I wanted to talk about just kind of the macro environment right now and really talk about this altcoin space, because finally we're seeing altcoins run, right? It's been a really, really long time. Bitcoin has been dominating the entire environment here in 2023, but recently we've seen a lot of different runs take place. Solana is probably number one right now. They're relatively flat given how much they've gone up here in the last few weeks and really over the last month. But you look across the board, you're seeing different altcoins run at different times. And I think this is a really important thing to watch right now. And we could play these markets right now. Now, listen, I don't think we're in a full-fledged bull run yet. I don't think we're in a full-fledged altcoin rally per se, but it's kind of a mini rally in my opinion. Why do I think that? Well, most of the gains that we see from altcoins in this type of time period usually come after the Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving is in April of next year. So those 6 to 9 months after the halving is usually where we see the biggest returns. And I still think that's the case. However, right now, we're kind of experiencing a mini run, right? We're seeing capital come into the markets. We're at a $1.42 trillion market cap. That's the highest we've been going all the way back into June of last year. So it's been a while. Now, how do we play these markets right now? Well, there's definitely some trading opportunities. For instance, you guys can see right now, Avalanche is the top gainer right now, AVAX. It's not focusing for me perfectly, but I'll just tell you, they're up 24%. Now, Avalanche doesn't have any crazy news, right? They're just randomly up 24%. They do have, kind of a good price prediction. They've been undervalued here for a little while. FX Street put out an article, a weekly breakout of this wedge could send AVAX to $31. We're not anywhere close to that, but it's $18 right now, up 24%. We're seeing random altcoins run at random times. And here's what I think's happening. People are taking advantage of these opportunities and they're swing trading right now. So when they're making some money, let's say in Solana or Chainlink or some of these cryptos that have been running really hot, they're taking some of those gains and then pumping another altcoin up another 20, 30, 40% and taking those gains, right? So you're seeing this kind of reversal of capital, if you will, in and out of different altcoins at different times. So how can we take advantage of that as investors, right? Because we don't want to get in the ones that have already run necessarily, unless we're kind of looking at it as more of a long-term investment, where there I think it's a pretty good idea to, let's say still get into Chainlink or Polygon or Solana, some of these cryptos that have been running pretty good. But if we look down the line, I want to find the ones that are lagging, right? I want to find some of these cryptos in the top 100 that are still lagging behind. One crypto in particular that I really like still is Aptos. They're a new layer one. I do think they're going to have a big, big run. They're kind of a Solana killer, if you will, right? Last cycle was all about the Ethereum killers, right? These new L1s, and Solana had a crazy, crazy run. What's going to be the next Solana, right? That's what I want to try to find. I don't want to try to chase what's already happened. I'm trying to forecast what's coming, right? So I look at Aptos. That's a crypto that really hasn't run all that hard just yet. Algorand slowly ticking up, but I still think there's a lot of room there for it to run. As I look down my list, you guys know I love the graph. I still think it hasn't really closed the gap necessarily there. I still think there's a lot of opportunity there. If I go further down the list, some of these cryptos that are even in the red or flat, XLM is one. Uniswap had a mini run, but hasn't had a really blow off top kind of run yet. HBAR, another one that I think is super undervalued still. XRP really hasn't had a big, big run just yet, and I think one is coming. And there are many other ones. Quant is another one, right? Quant had a run earlier this year, but during this last kind of 2-month period, it hasn't really run as strong as it should have. And there's a lot of different trading opportunities. 2 cryptos, I mentioned this in my previous videos, that I still like as kind of midterm trades here. Pepe, I know it sounds crazy, but I still think Pepe looks really, really good. And Render Token, which is an AI play. So this video is for you to kind of use as a starting point, right? You're starting to see what's happening right now. And as long as Ethereum and Bitcoin stay up, we're going to see this rotation of capital, I think, into different altcoins. So it's on you now to go through the list and say, okay, what hasn't run just yet? Where can I find maybe some of those 20, 30, 40% gains? So if this video was helpful, let me know down below in the comments section. Also drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.